More than a more than a dot.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Dre Moore. I got my guy, Lewis Mobley, here with me.
What's good?
And today, we got real special guests. Football mom, seamstress,
Everything.
all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just not a singer though. I wish I could sing, but I can't.
We got Mel here, y'all. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
How's mom life?
It's hard. My life is crazy.
That's all you
But
got?
I'm working on becoming like a hot mom, not just a mom. Cause you know how when you're a mom or when you're a parent, like you just lose yourself. But I'm here.
Yo.
I'm here.
I'm here. All right, well, since you're a mom, tell us about your boys.
I have two sons. One is 11. One is 14. They really like 30 and 22. I want to say. They both play sports. And they in school.
I will hope they.
They go to school, so they're student athletes. So I'll be trying to make sure they stay focused and positive, and then they can play sports. Especially my oldest son because he's 14 and everybody against this. So I'm trying to keep him like away from that.
All right.
Because it's crazy out here. So I'm trying to keep him on the straight and narrow.
All right, well, we're gonna jump right into it then, since we here, y'all.
Can I ask her how that's going? Like, what is she doing?
To keep him straight and narrow?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard. Cause I'm a mom. I'm a real mom. Because when I was growing up, I like I'm a real mom. So you know how when I was like his friends, their mothers are friends to their parents, to their kids. So I feel like sometimes he want me to be like that, and I'm not like that.
Would that make them fake moms or real moms?
No, that if you parent your kid however you want to do, I just don't do my kid like that.
Wow.
I just don't. I just figure because like even some of the people like I see like I went to school with, like, you know how people be acting like they something that they not, and then they teach their kids like that, and so when they get out into the world, like they really won't know what to do per se.
Right.
So I'm trying to keep my kid on the straight and narrow because the city would burn up. You know, if anything happens to my child. And I'm just saying my oldest one because he's older. He don't look like he's 14. He look like he like 20.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's a grown man. Look like a grown
huge,
man. Yeah. So, it was a teen mom.
A teen mom.
Teen mom.
I still am.
No. I still am.
I still am a teen mom.
A teen.
Oh, a teen mom.
Not
yeah.
teen.
Oh yeah, I was a
not
teen
football
mom.
team. Teen mom.
Oh, you said teen mom.
Yeah, teen. What was your thoughts? And
What you mean?
being a teen mom, like, what was you thinking about?
I wasn't.
Like, how you felt?
What do you mean how I felt?
What
so,
you being?
I don't know. Nobody ever asked me a question like how I felt as a teen mom. I know what I didn't want to do, like being a mom. Like I know how I grew up and how I didn't want my child to grow up. But I feel like even before me being a teen mom, I was more mature than others. So I feel like once I did have my son, it just like kicked in. I left my mom's house, I want to say, when I was 17. Me and my best friend, we had went into a shelter. Her sister worked at a shelter. So we went into a shelter. And then from there, I just never looked back. So I figured, like, I think I just did what I was supposed to do. Because I didn't want nobody to think I needed them. Or I didn't, especially my mom. I didn't want my mom to feel like I needed to depend on her to take care of my son or raise my son. So I don't know. I never thought about how I felt. I just had to do it. I just had to do it. I never thought about how I felt.
So how was you taking care of your kids?
I had a job, and I went to school. I was going to CCP. I did get a full scholarship to Kutztown with my little son, with my oldest son. He was little, and I did not go. I wish I would have went, but I didn't go. And I didn't go because I feel like I got scared into like not going, because it was like, well, if you go out there, what you gonna do? How you gonna take care of your son? So it scared me. I didn't go because I was like, yeah, you're right. How I'm gonna go and take care of my son? I didn't have anybody to support me. So I didn't go, but I wish I would have, because I feel like it would have been a lot different. But
things happen for a reason.
So just talk about having your first kid, and what did your support system look like at that time?
I don't know. I don't really. I don't, cause all right, me growing up, I feel like I had a strange relationship with my mom, cause people don't understand this. Like when parents, like your parent was a kid before, right? And so how they got raised or how they got treated, you would expect for them to like do you different or make sure you're okay. So I feel like more so, and I never told nobody this. I feel like my mom envied me in a way because when she was 17 or 16, my mom already had like 3 kids.
Right.
And I'm the middle child, so I'm the 4th one, and I got 3 other siblings behind me. So for me, I feel like my mom kind of like envied me because I was doing everything that she didn't do or she couldn't do.
Right.
And so we would fight, we would argue. Our relationship was horrible. We probably just started like really getting close like the last, I want to say 4 years. So I didn't really have a support system. I had friends, a couple friends. Me and my girlfriends, we all had kids young, so we kind of like leaned on each other, stuff like that. But yeah, it was rough. And my support, I was just had to say my support system was my girlfriends because we all had kids, so we always just doing it together. Like we was just doing it.
Right. So since you like, for the most part, a single mom, you feel like you struggle like having 2 boys, like relating to them as them being men and you being a woman?
Yeah. I feel like men are supposed to raise boys. So for me, it's hard because I'm trying to teach them stuff. But my son, the oldest one, so he think I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm like, I live life. I know what I'm talking about. So he think because like I'm just a mom that I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm at to the point now is where I'm just going to let him like see for himself. Like he got to see for himself. And then with the youngest one, he look up to the oldest one, so he do everything he do.
Right.
And sometimes I just be having to check him because like they think because I'm a mom, I be having to show them like before I was your mom, I was this person. So I really be having to check them sometimes. Like, for real.
So what do you think like some of them things like, even if you struggle with them, like what are things that you try to instill in them?
We have these little car talks. And so Sayer, he was shy before he started football, and I was shy too, but I was shy and quiet and enclosed because of what was happening to me, like in my childhood. And so the reason why I put him in football so he can be like he cannot be shy, because I feel like you lose a lot on life or you just miss a lot of the good moments when you just closed and shy and don't say nothing. So we talk about that. I just teach them about life, about what I went through, what I don't want them to go through. And I just constantly, I got to tell my son, like, school, because Sincere he's like a genius. He everything fast. Zaire, people learn different, so he don't care about school. Like, so I got to teach him, like, you want to be football, but you ain't going nowhere if your grades ain't good. So I got to beat that in his head. And then I just, like, I be telling him, like, because it's so crazy out here. So we had these car talks about life and what's going on. I'm like, everybody is not what they seem. Like, it's not what they seem. Like, Instagram, social media, it's not what they seem. So I try to tell him, like, if you're going to be anything, just be yourself. Like, just be genuine you, and you don't have to worry about nothing. So that's our little car talks that we be talking about.
And make sure you add, when you talk about school, because this is kind of like, as a former athlete, I always say, like, all these muscles you make and these drills we doing, you're gonna be good at them for a short period of time.
Right.
Like this muscle right here, this
it's gonna be forever, right?
Yeah. So
how you
like,
teaching them that?
Because it's to me it's important because like we as athletes, you never know when your career gonna end. Whether it's you didn't make it from high school to college, or college to the pros, or you went and played overseas or did whatever alternate league. It's not even really a backup plan. It's like you have to invest on the other side just in case this isn't going the way you wanted to go. You have to have broader interests.
Right. But I feel like football is the backup plan. Like I tell them that, like, whatever you want to do, sports is the backup plan, but your school is like, you need your education.
Like I'm big on like my son liking things. Like you like science yourself.
Right.
Like me and my son YouTube bugs. My son is like into yo dad, like yo, like pull up the praying mantis eating the thing. Like like my son weird, like he into that.
Yeah. That's crazy though, because he actually is he want to study NASA. He going to MOTEP. It's a STEM school, so it's perfect for him. Right. So he want to study NASA and all this other crazy stuff. So he know what he want to do. Sincere, he just going, since wherever he go, he going to just stand out because
Yeah,
he
he light up the
commands
room.
attention whenever he come in the room.
He
So I
crazy.
don't I don't have to worry about that. But Sayer was a little bit more reserved and shy.
You think he got that from you?
Who, Sayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was my first child, and I fed off. You feed off of what you are to your kids.
Right.
And then when Sincere came, he was just like this ball of joy and full of life. So when Sincere started growing up, he started like kind of breaking him out of his shyness. So like
That's
it kind of
crazy.
worked out.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about, like, as a single mom with 2 boys, how do you self-care? Like, how do you take care of yourself?
I don't know. I don't think I do. I really don't. Ain't that crazy? I'm serious.
Not at all.
Like I don't
gotta
think
do something.
I don't think I do.
You know
I be on the go. I go to work. I get off at 5:00. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays football. Sayer's schedule was kind of like Sincere's, but it switch up any moment, and so I really don't think I do. But I be burnt out. It's no time. So I be
Do you plan on incorporating
like I
that
need
or
to go
something?
on a vacation. I ain't going on a vacation last year. I needed to, but I didn't. But I'll probably take a vacation a year. But I need to take more.
You don't do like the spa, come back, run a bath with
I
the little
do
flowers in
not.
it?
I do not. I don't have time. I really don't have time. I really don't.
Busiest
I have a
person.
schedule and I'm sticking to it. And then my schedule off, I'm like, what the fuck? I really don't have time. I really don't have time. So I feel like I always tell myself, like, maybe when they get older, I know they already, I'll start to enjoy life more.
They are older, aren't they?
No, they older, but I still have a baby. He's 11, so he's not older.
Oh, you still call 11-year-old baby?
That's not. He don't. I don't call him that because I don't want him to think that. But he 11, so.
Yo,
And then it's scary now because it's like I'm gonna go away. I ain't gonna enjoy myself because I don't be calling home like where my kids at.
they gonna be calling you.
No, they don't. When I'm not there, they are relaxed. I'm telling you, they do whatever they want to do.
Yo.
Like honestly, like my mom was at my house for 2 weeks. I had to go somewhere, and it wasn't a vacation. I came back. I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is it not clean? And my mom older, so she can't get down and clean it all. They just took advantage of her. Like ordered out every day. I'm just like, okay. She cooked them breakfast every morning. I can't do that because I got to go to work. And then they was like, Mom, where the pancakes? I said, I gotta go to work. How I'm gonna cook you pancakes? So on the weekends we can do that, but
Hey,
Tell them to go get that cereal and milk,
Yeah,
bro.
just listen to that, figure
and then
it
they'll
out.
eat cereal like they won't
And
eat
they
for
pick it?
breakfast, but they eat at lunch and dinner. At 4:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, eating cereal.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, well, again, not to double back always, but since you got boys, like, what do you talk to them about in terms of like dating potentially?
Child, we ain't dating. We don't know what that is.
Yo, no, because then you gotta tell the story. Because now I'm about to put you on the spot.
What
Yeah.
story? What story?
When Muncie went on prom or the little dance
I don't remember.
at yes you do
Where?
when you had the burgundy and
Yeah,
you
I
had
remember
the
that.
girl and you had sent me the picture.
Oh,
The
them-
dean had sent you
child.
the picture.
Yeah, they did. My son is a mess.
So you gonna tell the story?
No, because he don't want me to tell his business.
Dang,
What
that's
story? I
crazy.
forgot. What was it?
When he had the girl and
Oh, and they was like
they
hugged
was
up and
dressed
stuff.
together.
Oh yeah,
They
they
had the
played
same
that.
color.
So he didn't tell me that was gonna happen. And then I looked at the pictures. I'm like, oh, you played me. He played me.
Either way, what happened was he was going on a dance. So Mel got in, he all fresh, you know what I'm saying? Whole outfit, burgundy. Cool, right? He leave the crib by himself, take the pictures, dolo at the crib by herself, drop him off at the dance. The dean sent her a picture of Munchie and a girl, and she got on the exact same colors.
She had a burgundy overgarment.
The same exact burgundy he
So they
had on,
planned
she
it.
had on together. So
Kids is sneaky, child. I
So
be
they-
telling my kids
He
like
can't
they
have a date. He can't have a date
he's
to the dance.
14.
You know, he 14 now. That was when he was in the fifth
Yeah,
grade.
he was a
in
young
fifth
boy
grade.
then,
Fifth or
yeah.
sixth, fifth grade, fifth
Yeah.
or sixth. That was too fast. It's too much.
He
But
can't. He can't
Then
color
he
coordinate with a
can't.
shorty.
No,
he was a kid.
He was
back
a
then.
young boy.
Like what? But no, they be thinking like they got girlfriends, and I just be hearing them talk, and I'm like, y'all do not have girlfriends. I'm trying to teach him like, this is not where it's at. Like you have all your life to like deal with girls.
See, this is the part.
You have all your life to deal with girls.
Pop be behind the door like. Good
It's
job,
cool.
y'all.
Yeah, but he think like they be up 4:00 in the morning talking to girls. It's just he wanted to take a girl out to the movies, and he really would like save his money. Like he would be
Yeah, I
doing all this
respect it.
extra stuff. I feel like no, that's too
No
much.
distraction.
That's a distraction, yeah.
True.
Because then you worrying about girls. It's too much. It's too much.
You know, growing up in the city, outside of football, has there been anything conscious to like that you implemented to keep them out the streets,
What do you mean?
like
like
activities,
activities or
anything else.
interests or?
I don't know. We football. We just love football. He started going. He got a couple good friends that I let him go out with sometimes, but we just locked and loaded. This is what you want to do. He told me this is what you want to do, so we doing this.
Right. You got anything else that like you might implement to like monitor them or nothing or?
Yes, my kids don't go nowhere. I track them. I got 360. I got the Apple thing. They don't like. I'm serious.
Yo.
I know where they going before they even go. One day I had sent them in the lift to go home. This little boy turned his phone off. He got out the lift and turned his phone off and then just went ghost.
What you mean?
And I was at the hospital at the time, and like they be just drawing. So I was like, I had to leave, but yeah, that's what he did.
Where you go?
I don't know. I still don't know to this day. Well, he ain't never gonna tell me.
He went to go see Shorty from the prom.
No, that was old.
That was old. It's probably a new girl.
Yeah.
Oh man. On to the next one.
I'm telling his business because I'm about to start talking. So let's.
Yo, still tell his business. All right. Well, since we already on the subject, Isaiah, like how you handle having a 14-year-old son that look like an adult?
I don't know. I'd be so worried and scared. Like I think
How
I got
big
like.
is he now?
Sire 6'1", 200 pounds. He tall. He big. He don't look like he a kid.
Yeah, he got a mustache and all that.
Yeah, so when him and Sincere's together, I feel much better because Sincere, like when you with a younger person, you can tell us a kid, but when you older by yourself, you can't tell us a kid. And so like I be trying to tell him like you got to be self-conscious of your body and how you look because people can like interpret stuff different. We had this little issue with him in school, teachers, and they was white teachers. Can I say that? Scammer.
It's already
They
there.
was white teachers, right? So sometimes and it was a man.
Double down on the white teachers is
So
nuts.
it was like, listen, because he's very intimidating to people because his voice is deep, he's tall, and so he started mistreating him because of him, like his body structure, how he talk, and I that ended real fast because I wasn't having it. And I tell him all the time, like you going into encounter these many people throughout life, but you got to know how to self control. I'm trying to teach him to be better than me because when I was younger, anybody look at me, it would be a problem. So I'm trying to teach him to like, you got to be self-conscious of how your face look. He walked in the street, his face blowed up.
Right.
A couple weeks ago, he was with his friend, and they sit on the step, and I'm like, you can't sit outside, down South Philly on the step. Like, I'm like, what if something happened and somebody come through spraying bullets? He's like, but I don't get into nothing. They don't give a fuck what you get into.
Right.
Like, if they see you look like somebody, then there's an issue. So that's my problem. But I'm trying to speak stuff into existence. So I try to like pull back a little bit. But it's hard. Like, and we just moved uptown, and there's nothing but block. And I hate it. I hate it so bad. I'll be working on it. And so they just stare at my son, and I'm one of the moms like, what the you looking at? But we gonna be okay.
Y'all gonna be good.
We gonna be good.
So, what level of privacy do your kids have?
None.
Do you log into his Instagram and stuff?
I have no. I don't have their passwords. No, I don't have their passwords, but their password is my password. So, the moment you change the password, then you don't have a phone anymore. So I feel like you got to be like that because when you go into your phones, you see crazy stuff. I'm telling you.
All right, that's real.
So they have zero privacy.
Zero.
They have privacy, like they can close their door and stuff like that.
So like you, like
I'm serious.
Do you follow your kids on the gram?
Yeah.
I do, but I don't. They don't do nothing. Well, the little one
don't do nothing.
Sincere don't. He not there yet. Them older kids, they got burner accounts, and so everything be on their burner account. But the moment you change your phone password, you just won't have a phone. That's all. I'm not getting to that. I'm trying to like give him some type of trust. I know I got to let him go, like take him off the leash. But the moment you change your phone, you just won't have a phone. Like simple as that.
Mel really a real mom.
Like,
really, yo.
You just won't have a phone. Like,
yo.
And I told him that like he changed on me one time, and I'm like, just give me the phone. We're not doing that because I'm telling you, everything be on their phone. Like everything be on their phone. It's ridiculous.
Yo, everything in that
be on
joint
their
is
phone.
crazy.
Crazy stuff be on their phone. Child, these little girls, everything be on their phone. So parents, especially daughters, check your kids' phones. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Not the 14-year-old getting the pics.
They was 11 and 12 sitting like videos, and it's just a mess. It's crazy. I wasn't like that when I was a kid. I'm serious.
Yo.
Bro,
Especially females,
Yeah,
like
wow,
daughters. If
it's
I got
different.
daughters, how old is
not gonna
Nadia?
have phone.
You check her phone?
Her mom take her phone.
You got a password?
Yeah, she know the
Just check the
password.
phone.
Yeah, the phone definitely get checked. She don't be drawing though. She don't be drawing in that joint.
These kids is out of control.
They definitely be wilding.
It's a mess.
What's
Check
your
the phone. Check the phone.
Check the phone.
Check the phone.
What's your thought on the current state of the youth in the city of Philadelphia?
I feel like we need help. So I feel like there's a lot of men out here that know we need help, but they don't try to help. Like, it's very few that try to help these kids. And I feel like, where's these kids getting guns at first? The older people are giving it to them. It's crazy because we be thinking it's grown men killing kids, but it's really kids killing kids.
Right.
Shit, didn't a 14-year-old shot somebody
on the
train?
Yeah,
he was only
yeah.
14. Where he get the gun from?
Right.
So it's crazy. I just feel like it's going downhill. And I be trying to do stuff. That's why I try to like help out a lot. But I feel like men need men.
Right.
But I feel like the men that's failing our kids.
They kind of trash.
Yeah.
I feel you.
It's funny, I work with the youth.
You do?
I used to. I don't work
You used
with
to work
them.
at the mills.
And
My brothers went there. They was.
that's not my career anymore. Please, I'm not the spokesman for.
My brothers went there. They was whipping their ass up there.
I don't know anything about that or your brothers.
They was getting their ass whooped.
Hey, yo.
Wasn't that Glen Mills that put out that thing when it was giving kids? Wasn't that Glen Mills?
Definitely was Glen Mills.
It was.
I was trying to be dumb solid. I had no part to that.
I just wanted to make a comment about the youth, bro. I don't know anything about the mills.
Right, what's
Oh,
your
you
thoughts?
kind of young though. You wouldn't have been.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have been there. Say, I don't know anything about that incident that occurred with your brothers.
Right.
Child.
You probably heard about it.
But like kids aren't attracted to positive influences.
You think so?
Look at AJ, he not attracted.
You put 18 on it.
AJ, how old are you?
Yeah.
You 18?
Yeah, AJ don't think like the world of me and Dre. Like he probably got other influences.
I mean, he here.
He think we cool?
No, cause he work for us and don't get paid. Like he just a part of the situation.
Why do you think kids not attracted by positive influences?
I promise.
I think
work
they
with like
are.
thousands of kids. It takes. You know what it is? It's like a negative influence. He pull up with a car. He got a badge on in the car. He got Gucci belt. He got all this money phone. That attract a kid faster than me saying like, yo, you can do this with me and be an engineer.
Yeah, but
That's right.
I don't think so though. I think kids, but you get so if you're working at like placements and stuff like that, it's different. Kids come from all walks of life. You never know what they've been through. They can't go nowhere if they've been through hell.
I'm a good person for this. I've worked in the suburbs. I've worked in the Catholic schools. I didn't work at the mills. I didn't work in public
But still,
schools.
like you can't.
Walks of life, like kids, it takes 1,000 positive things for it to lock in, and it could be one peer pressure negative thing, and it change a whole kid outlook, life experience. It could happen that fast.
But everybody not strong though. I feel like us black people, we wasn't raised to like mental health and all that. So it don't. That one thing could have triggered something from the past, and then you done.
It'd be a lure, man. I think we are attracted to a different type of like attention. More than being like, yo, the smartest dude in the room. It'd be like, I'd rather be the most respected dude in the room, or they know not to F with me type of thing. Like,
Right.
it'd be more about that than, yo, this young boy got a vision and a plan, and he got mentors, and he look up to this guy that want to put him on. It'd be more so like, they know not to mess with me, and I'm a savage.
But that's taught though. That's taught from generations on down. So we gotta break generational curses. That's what I say to my kids all the time.
But my thing is like, you take a person like me, you take me, Did, you take Dre, all these dudes, and it's like every 10 of us are willing to go back to our communities to work, right?
Facts.
But what are y'all doing for your community? Now I'm interviewing.
Yo.
This is not the Mel Show.
But what are y'all? You said you willing to. So what have you done for your community? What have you done to be a positive outlook?
First of all, I served the community at the place for 5 years.
What, Glen Mills?
Yeah.
Was it just a job or was you serving though?
No,
I just had the kid,
just
the young boy that just left. He used to be one of my students.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have that rapport with a lot of these kids, like thousands of these kids. Like, you know, I get hurt still when they like come up on my feet, RIP. I be hurt like
Yeah.
a student, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I coached, like that was like the thing. Like I always felt like I could break through. Like football was easy, right? I know football, but I used to like just being around them. I like being around them. The little 2.5 hour practice, and you know how they think. Like what bothered him that day, how he respond to his peers calling him a name. Like these are the things, and you go talk to him like, bro, it's not gonna matter. Like it's only about you. Like these are the things that when you around kids, you be noticing. Like, oh, he can be he can be gassed up. Like that's the thing as a guy. Like, can you be gassed up to do some nonsense?
Right.
And if my son, listen, I don't know. I feel like that's you gotta break kids out of their. And the reason why like I try to be like involved in like with football and team mom and stuff because it's like I see so many young kids and it's like I didn't have a lot of stuff when I was younger, or I didn't have like I had a big family, but we wasn't like close, and so I like and put myself into these kids' lives. I still check on them. Some of them I try to help them out, or I tell everybody, you can come to our house. I don't care. You can live here. Do whatever you want to do. But it's just like I feel like I want to do more too, but then it's like I don't have the time to do more because I do got kids, and so I just feel like we need more people. We need more men, and I feel like men are failing us at this point because there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell.
I just think like you a beacon and like everybody ain't running to them beacons. Like I know guys that work at Chester High. You know what Chester High is, right? They got a great program over there. Guys is hands on for the last probably 4, 5, 6, 8 years. You know what I mean? Ditton was up at West Philly High. Like you talk about beacons in the community, but he not getting 200 kids to participate.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's still not like these.
It's still like missing the mark on.
You still missing the mark. And you talking about dedicating time and energy and you still missing the mark. Like, for example, like just keep it a being like positive people, moms and dads, like we don't be cool to our kids. Like in terms of like I want to be like you, like so to speak. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like how long like him fearing you or mama don't play is going to be the reason why he act a certain way.
Right, so I try to teach him different, but I feel like that's true because it's hard. My son, some of his friends are really parents. They are really our friends to their kids, and they get like, no, we're not doing that. We just can't do it.
Yeah,
and so I hope like everything I've instilled in you, you take it and you run with it and you prosper in life. But it's like I know that if something was to go a different way, I know I did everything I can do for you.
True that.
I'm not like a negative dude. Like I don't be trying to be super negative, but like the environment, like I don't think the environment is set up for the kids to thrive.
I tell my son that every day.
Like I used to say things like when my kids were leading meals or like, you know, I had kids in Catholic school that got to go live, you know, catch the bus back home to some of the worst neighborhoods in the city. Like I used to think in my head, like if I could like take y'all and put y'all in another environment, y'all would be amazing people. Like y'all have this opportunity to like have a childhood, and, you know what I mean? And it be the environment be failing them, whether it's the household, whether it's the community, whether it's the lack of male figures or whatever you want to say it is. The environment is failing the kids.
Yeah.
Period. So. It's not safe. It's not like she talking about things being passed down and taught. Like everything that's like dope. Like we make fun of them nerd.
Right. Yes.
Like think about it. We make fun of the person that's smart. Versus,
like, oh, you smart.
We praise the person that looks good or physically looks good, but be shallow as hell. Or like this is the dynamic of the inner city life, right? You know what I mean? Right. It's like we don't praise the guy. Oh, he got 65 scholarships. Oh, he a nerd. He a weirdo. He dressed like this.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But the boy over here that dressed like that, he attracted everybody, but he can't spell his name. Like,
right. That's true, but that's taught too. Like.
Yeah, that's definitely learned behavior. But let's shift gears a little bit, get into some of this football stuff. So you like really a football mom?
Guess what? I'm a football mom, but I don't give a about football. Like yo. NFL.
Yo, not the NFL.
Like
we gonna talk about. Is it difficult for you being like you deal with these coaches one-on-one? It's a bunch of men.
Yeah, child. Yes, and everybody think like because somebody look good, you gotta be right. That's one. That's pissed me off so bad. it just does.
So
it really
no,
does.
My son just better than yours.
Child. Yo, so listen, right? So, like, especially like Little League. So they all just like, why he doing this? When I tell you, my kid was putting in work since he was like 10, 11 years old. He had a coach Moody. He didn't start with them, but when he came, he like pushed him to do better, and he just prospered and out of nowhere. So he was doing good, and so a lot of people like it pisses me off because if your kids don't work for it, don't expect them to be. They're not. They just not. Like I can say this now, but I mean, man, he was just working. He was working, and now that he going to high school, I tell him like, you're not good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you starting back over,
Yeah,
so you
start
got to
over.
come back up.
That's a fact.
And he understands that, but Little League, I'm so here. Well, I still got Sincere. He's in Little League, but with that, I'm just more like pulled back because I don't have time. I don't have to go. I don't want to go to jail. And I was about to go to jail like a few times.
You want to talk about it?
No,
No.
All right, my bad.
I still owe some people, but
No, outside of the hot mom and she got to be dealing with the coaches to get the kids playing time.
like, why your kids just can't be good
Like, what other stereotypes are there for football moms?
for football moms?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably
That was
just
one of my worst ones. Like,
That
she
was
talked to
it.
this person, talked to that person. I done heard so many stories about myself. I'm like, oh shit, bro, that happened. That probably was my worst one.
Oh, all right.
That was my worst one.
What was your Can you speak a little bit about Sair's recruiting process
Like
to high school?
High schools.
hmm He got college offers now. I know.
He got one. He got a full scholarship to Boston College. I be seeing it around.
He didn't even play high school
He
ball
didn't play
yet.
high school yet.
He didn't play high school yet.
He liked it.
High school. I didn't know what high school he was going to go to. He wanted to eventually go to Imhotep. And I'm like, no, you only want to go there because everybody go there. I was going to Cincinnati. He had a full scholarship to St. Francis out in Maryland. Is that in Maryland?
I did.
He had a full scholarship. So I was sold in that school. We were going to go to that school. I was sold. What clicked in my head was somebody had to tell me this. Like, you know, you're not going to see your son for 4 years. And then he's off to college. You ain't going to see him. Then that becomes 8 years. So he will only come home on the weekends. And I'm not comfortable with, like, I want to say another man raising my child. Because them kids, they be raising each other. They be in the house with each other, raising each other. So we didn't do that. We was going to go to Roman. But I feel like once he broke his leg, Roman dropped the ball.
Right.
And so I feel like Roman didn't think he was going to come back. He came back. I made sure he came back. He made sure he came back. We was going to go to Roman, but for some odd reason, like, I get that once people get hurt, you got to stop inquiring about them, but I really don't think so. Like they stopped all communication, all contact. And I had a conversation with the coach, and I had posted up his, he had got some scholarship money for Roman, and I posted up on there. I just was posting like his offers and stuff like that. And so the coach had DM'd me like, we'd love to have him. I said, but you're not gonna get him though. And we had this conversation, and I just felt like, you know, you were the first one besides St. Francis, you were the first one trying to recruit him. But then once he broke his leg, you literally like dropped the ball. Like, we ain't never heard nothing from you, nothing like that. And so now we back, and everybody thought my son wasn't gonna come back, but he came back. And then we had what's that school called? Which one? Newman? It's far. We was gonna go. Newman got
That
too
was
much
just
stuff
South
going on.
Philly. Because of where we was at.
Newman got too much stuff going on.
Yeah, Newman got too much stuff going on with them.
You know, I'm a Newman grad. Sorry.
Newman got too much. I liked it, Newman, but I felt like Albie was like, I couldn't read Albie. I can read people, and so I couldn't read him. And so because I can't read you, we not going.
He actually a good dude though.
Like,
He is a good dude, but I can see where
I can
somebody.
see, right.
somebody
Yeah, I can see where she gets
yeah, I
that
couldn't
from.
read him, and I'm good. I'm big, and I try not to sometimes, but it just happened. Like, I couldn't read him. So he's like, I don't know what he in it for. And so for me, we would go to the games, watch their stuff. He had called a college coach, and he put Zaire on the phone with him. And then you got my son all excited, like shit like that. I don't like, because who's to say he even going to make it to the college level? And so I feel like he used that with him knowing connections to lure these kids in. And I'm not dumb. Like, we're not gonna run this game on me. So that's why he didn't go to Newman. I really didn't. I ain't really.
I thought that was kind of important though.
What?
What
College?
Yeah, like, cause to me that's how the world works. Like, the world don't work without you knowing people.
Connections.
Yeah, like, it's a good thing that you know people, but I wanted my son more to like to get a feel for like where do he fit in your program? Like, if you can't tell me where he fit at, we never really had a conversation. It was more so, let's go see them work out, stuff like that. He said, I'm like, yeah, we really need you, we need this and that. But then you put him on the phone with a college coach and he excited. Like,
All right.
So, like, was you expecting him to be like, what kind of role would he have as a freshman? Like,
yes, I wanted all that. I wanted all that.
She don't play,
Like-
dog. She went out. She went.
I wanted.
So yeah, I'm gonna promise you, you'll get third
I
string
don't want
running
no
back.
promises. I
Third
just want to
string
know.
running back, and he'll
Right.
start corner as a freshman, and then he get out here and something.
No, it's just like more so like, this is our program, this is what we do and stuff like that. Newman, even as far as like filling out the application and stuff like that, they don't tell you. It's ways away. You don't have to pay all that fucking money. They don't tell you that. Like, and it's like, okay, like you want me to come, but what are you doing to make sure I come? Newman doesn't do that. Like, I'm not saying I want you to pay for him. If you know how I can get this scholarship money to be like $400 a month, $300 a month, not $900 a month, I feel like they should, like, if you want somebody to come, then you should like figure it out, not pay for them. There is other ways you can do it, but it's just like, I'm like, okay, so what's this? Oh, well, I don't, at the end, after I did the application, oh, you know, you can do this and you can do that. I'm like, but where was that all that before? Like, I feel like Newman is geared to them white kids, and that's it. I feel like they are. I feel like Newman is geared to them white kids. Like, they don't really put in, like, the school itself. Like, they don't really put in time. Like, and I feel like I didn't want my son to go to a school like that.
That's real.
I really didn't.
I'm sorry you had that experience.
I keep forgetting this school. What is this school called? It starts with a W. It's far.
West Town?
No.
With a W? I don't know, man.
It's this running back coach. He played with Roman. He worked at Roman. I forget his name.
And that was in consideration too.
I was gonna go to the school. But I liked the way his like work ethic and stuff was, but I forget he was. They was going to. I don't know. Start with a W.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my phone.
No, that's all good.
I'm looking at my phone to see.
You talking about West Catholic?
Not West Catholic.
No,
what's
said
that
it's
school?
far.
It's like they got the. It's like I don't. It's far. 2 hours away.
Oh, I
Yeah, I don't know. It's
definitely
2
don't
hours
know.
away.
But they coaching staff.
How was he gonna go there anyway?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he wasn't. It was far. I was going to do it though. I would have did it, but
What you would have did? Bust him or?
like I was trying to figure out ways to like. I wanted to be. I was trying to figure out ways to be like a stay-at-home mom or like work from home, kind of thing to make sure he got there.
Why wouldn't you just move there?
I don't know.
I mean, you kind of already did that though.
I relocated, but I relocated uptown.
Yeah, but
Damn.
that's because he go to school uptown.
Yeah, but I think we gonna do good at.
How did y'all end up sold on Imhotep? Like, what sold y'all sold
the
him
school
on?
sold me on it. The STEM. Like when I got to tour the school, talk to teachers, like I was like, okay, I like it. So the school sold me. He was in it for football. Once I got to the curriculum and all that other stuff, I was like, all right, we doing this. I think their science teacher really like sealed the deal.
Definitely get a science teacher a raise.
Yeah,
Shout out.
she sealed the deal for us. So they need to thank the science teacher.
So what's up with like budgeting like football trips and?
What you mean?
Cause y'all go to Orlando. Well, when he was in.
Well, Sincere might do that this year. I don't know. I have my time. So I'm probably gonna die. I'm probably gonna get killed with this. But so all right. So my oldest son, his dad's like really non-existent, and then my youngest son, his dad's there sometimes. We went to be there. So
We do not do dad slander on more than
no, I'm not. So a lot of times I wouldn't be able to go to Sincere's game if they had like separate games because I have to go here. And I used to try to explain it to him like, he like, you only go to Sayer games. And I'm like, he don't have anybody. Like Sincere has me and you, right? Sayer, he just has me. So by right, if you're going to go, if I need to be here with him, then you need to be there with them. But in the event that the game ends early or we play together, I'll be there. But that was really hard for me. And I kind of felt like guilty because I felt like he wanted me to be guilty or feel some type of way because like what you're saying is true. Like I do miss most of his games, but because I have to be here to support this child. So and so his take on it was he older, and I'm like no, like I'm not never doing that. Like I didn't have anybody to support me. I was in dance. I was to be a great dancer. My mom never came to none of my stuff, and so eventually you start to feel like oh I'm not doing good because nobody here to support me, and you stop doing it. And so I wanted my son to know like no matter what I got you. This is how we rocking. You say you want to play football, we in. This is what we doing. And that's it. But then on the other hand, I'm like, oh, I got to make more of Sincere games. But it's like, why do you want me to just totally neglect my child that don't have anybody else to come here when Sincere has you? And I can still make it to some of the games. Like, it wasn't many games that they had a part, but it was majority. We'll travel. Like, Moody will have them going to different states and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so Sincere will come with us for the most part. But sometimes he couldn't because he had the game here. But that's near there.
True that. All right, off football. You're a seamstress.
Yeah, I need to start sewing back again.
How you get into that?
I wanted to. I taught myself how to sew for YouTube.
For real?
Yeah.
Listen, man, Mel make some fire
wanted to-
dresses. Be some heat. Some of the best dresses
I
you've
wanted-
ever seen in your life.
Yeah, I wanted to get some overgarments, and they used to charge like, before I knew what it took to make that I used to be like, they charge too much, so I'm gonna start teaching myself. And now I know, I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why, they were charging that much. But I want to get away from, I love sewing, I just hate the people. Like, these people are crazy. But I want to start back sewing again. I want to do like wedding dresses and like baby shower dresses. Like, I am Muslim, so I do sew overgarments, but I don't have the passion for that no more.
Right.
So I need to start, like, I need to come up with a business plan and just really like just go all out of it. I feel like I never walked out on faith before.
Right.
That's why I'm still here. I've been sewing since I want to say like 20 something. I'm 31, I'm about to be 32. That's a long time.
Don't tell these guys your age.
That's a long time. But I look young though. I think people tell me that.
Hey,
why you fighting the microphone?
People tell me that because I feel like it's too close to me.
No, it's cool.
People tell me that. So anyhow, I need to like really sit myself down and just like, for me, I'm afraid of failure. Like, I'm afraid of failure, or I'm afraid of not being able to provide for my kids. So that's why I always kept a job. So once I get over that, I feel like I'll be cool. I'm working on it, but I really need to just like.
Yeah, no, you dope though.
But how do you do that? How do you just say F everything and just step out on faith
People just do it
without no job?
I don't know.
My
I've never done it. I know people that do it. I've never
like,
done
that's my thing. They like, just do what you like. I talk to my girlfriend.
Because you know why? Because it's when people see what your work, they like it's amazing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
people tell me
talented.
that. They're
So
like-
it's like, why are you doing this when like
I get that all the time.
you could do this and it's amazing?
But how do I do this?
But my thing is like, why does it have to? Sorry, I'm not the guy that's against 9 to 5s, but because I think I have a lot of time. I feel like we talking about the same thing in terms of discovery. Like, you trying to sell a product, we trying to sell a product. It has to get awareness to find out that you're a talent, right?
Right. But for me, it's like if I'm here, it's been times like when I was heavy sewing, I'll be at work 9 to 5. I will come home and I'll sew up until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not getting no sleep. So I feel like if I didn't have a 9 to 5, I have more time to sew and produce. Because I don't have more time, it's like, damn, how I'm going to do it?
One thing that I will say, just because I have faith that your products are amazing, is just focus on sales and business. Sales and business, because you already know that you have the talent.
Right.
So, like, from an infrastructure, like, when you create your business, it's like, how do I get this in front of people? How do I get it to sell? How many do I need to sell to pay the bills this week? How many
Right.
do I, you know what I mean? That people don't think about that.
Right.
That's
And
why.
then people don't be wanting to pay for They're like, everything is hand sewn, right? So they like, oh, well, this is what they do. They'll send me a picture of a dress or something, like online, it's like $100 or $200. They'll send a price with it. And I'll be saying, like, stop me the price because it's never going to be that. Like, that shit is made by manufacturers, right? And so half of the time when you see pictures, they copy other people's work. So they'll take a picture of something and they'll try to make it as much as that product, as much as like the item it is, but it's never going to be that.
Right.
So that's why when they order stuff off of Amazon or Alibaba and stuff like that, they be like, oh, it's not how it is. It's not going to be. Like, it's not going to be. So I take a lot of time in doing my stuff. Like, I really do. I really love, like, it's like, y'all ever see them glass dresses or like they got diamonds and stuff like that? That shit hand sewn. You have to really take a needle and thread and sew that. It can't go through a machine. Or like sequin stuff, you have to literally like take off, like crush it kinda to sew it because it's gonna break. I done break like 50 million needles because it's like a lot.
It's a big business.
So that's my struggle. I'm gonna do it though.
I champion that. You should do that.
I said this year is my last year working for somebody.
All right.
I can't do it no more.
When we see you again, you're going to be doing that.
Y'all can come up to me. I'm gonna have a pop-up show. Y'all can come and do
Word. All right, we about to wrap this up. Get down to the end. So we play a little game on here called Documented Quality Time, where it's like a this or that. You gotta answer the question.
All right.
It ain't
I gotta say yes or no or like.
No, you gotta pick one.
Okay.
All right. So are you more likely to be washing a muggy uniform or designing a prom dress?
You said washing or watching?
Washing, like a dirty uniform or designing a prom dress?
I'm doing both. Like,
Yo,
I can
pick
do both.
one. No, pick one. What you more likely to be doing?
That's hard.
Right now, you sound like you're gonna be washing laundry.
No, that's hard. But I will go with the designer prom dress. That's hard though.
Are you more likely to be playing tackle football with them in the house or getting them to clean their room?
Getting them to clean their room. You gotta see the house. They room anyway.
Yeah.
Why is boys so dirty? Was y'all dirty when y'all was 14?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Oh my God. I go upstairs and the door closed and it just hit me. Like the smell when I open the door is horrible. And I can't understand how y'all want girlfriends or how y'all talk to girls. Like,
That's how you know they
That's
like
right.
girls.
When they start taking more showers.
no, I'm talking about dirty, like room dirty. Like,
Well, the girl's never gonna come to your
I don't
house.
got
The
the
girl's
oldest
never
one.
gonna come to your house.
Yeah.
So they won't know.
Supposedly, right?
Supposedly.
Yo.
If it ever happens, yeah, you'll see me on the news.
Are you more likely to be helping the football team raise money or giving your youngest son money to go on a date? Because I be seeing sin pressure.
Sincere presses me. I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. These hard.
These not hard.
These hard.
All right.
I'm gonna say raise money. He can get the date money from his dad.
All right, cool. Are you more likely to be checking your son's DMs or answering the phone call when one of the females calls?
DMs.
DMs for sure.
I don't answer the phone call. DMs.
Are you more likely to be doing karaoke with your sons or negotiating their allowance?
Karaoke. The allowance thing didn't work out.
All right.
At all.
Mel, I want to appreciate you for coming.
Thanks for having me. I should come more often.
You should. This has been a long time coming. I've only been trying to get you for months.
I have to go to work. I worked out Derby.
That's not even far.
But close to where you guys were originally at,
Correct.
right? So I got to
Yeah.
come all the way uptown to come all the way back there. And then, like,
Oh, all right.
it's a lot.
I'm glad. I appreciate
That's
you.
why I said,
for
like,
coming.
get me after work and I come straight up there.
I appreciate you for doing this.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Until next time.
We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than a dot, more than a dot.